In this example, we're going to take a look at a program that demonstrates the two ways in which control statements can be combined, which is control statement nesting and control statement stacking. Nesting is where one control statement is placed within another, similar to the nested if-else statement concept that we looked at earlier in this lesson. And stacking is where they follow each other in a program in sequence, like other statements. Now, for this particular program, we're evaluating a set of 10 pass-fail grades, where a pass is a 1 and a fail is a 2, that are input by the user. And if more than 8 students pass the exam, the instructor gets a bonus. So if I go ahead and run this program just to demonstrate, let's say we do 1, 2, 1, 2 each time. So we have 5 passes and 5 fails, and of course, because more than 8 did not pass, the instructor does not get a bonus. And if I go ahead and run that one more time here, and this time I'll enter all ones just to demonstrate, so we have 10 passes and 0 fails, so the instructor gets a bonus in this demonstration. So let's take a look once again at our main method here, and this is the analysis example, which you can find if you go into the ch05 figure 05_13 folder. So within main, we've declared several local variables. One that's going to be used to count the total number of passes. Again, notice the definite assignment before we use that down below here. We also have failures, which is initialized to 0, and we'll keep track of the total number of failures. And we're going to be doing this for 10 students in this example, so we're going to use counter-controlled iteration. And for that reason, we have a student counter variable, which is initialized to 1. Now, at line 15, we have a while iteration statement, and as long as the number of students is less than or equal to 10, then we're going to prompt the user to enter a result with 1 for pass and 2 for fail, and we'll read that value in. Now, the nested if-else statement within the while statement evaluates what was entered and either increments passes or increments failures. Now, we are only explicitly testing for 1 here, so it is conceivable that the user could enter something that's not a 1 or a 2, and in that case, it will be evaluated as a failure automatically. So here's another case where it's probably appropriate to do some sort of input validation so that you get accurate results as you process them. Now, down at line 32, before we start the next iteration of the loop, we increment the student counter, and that's extremely important so that we don't wind up with an infinite loop. We have to eventually get to the point where the student counter is not less than or equal to 10 anymore in order for that loop to terminate. So in this example, once student counter reaches 11, we'll go down to the bottom of the program, summarize the passes and failures by displaying each one using string interpolation here at line 36, and then with a simple test, if passes is greater than 8, we will also display bonus to instructor.